the video is about setting up your camera for vlogging or videography. This is entirely 5 minutes and it's pretty simple, so I want you guys to watch this if you're trying to learn more about it. Also, after watching the video, please like and subscribe if you learned anything or you enjoyed this, and feel free to comment me any questions you guys may have. What's going on, YouTube? I wanted to do a quick overview of all my equipment that I use for my vlogs. It's not very intricate, but I just want to go over a few things that can help you guys along the way. So one of the first things that I use, and it's 100% necessity, is a video camera. This can be a DSLR or you can also use a camcorder, but the one that I've chosen actually is the EOS M, which is the mirrorless version of the DSLR cameras that they have on their EOS line. The reason I chose this is a small form factor, also for the fact that it has the touchscreen, and it's really just a great camera to carry around with you in a tight spot. One of the plus sides to this camera is the firmware update that you can do for it with the Magic Lantern add-on, so that you can get the custom features in there. And this is actually how I record my time lapses. I add sound add-ons and things like that throughout my videos. So the next thing that I wanted to add to this camera that really helped me a lot was a new lens. The reason being is the original lens that I had, which was the 22mm pancake lens, just wasn't cutting it. Also, it wasn't as fast as I'd liked it to be, so I actually went over to the 18x55mm lens, which happens to be the STM lens at the same time. Now, the only thing about this camera is it runs off of the EFM lens adapter fixture. So I actually bought the adapter for it, which you can see here, and this adapter actually gives the ability to be able to use the autofocus function as well. So after getting that adapter, we connect them together, and then we finally load this into the camera itself, thus giving us the ability to use the EFS lens on the EFM adapter. This gives you better lens range, so you can use most of the EFS lenses, but you can also use the EFM lenses at the same time. It's totally your preference. The reason why I chose this one is because the EFS lenses seem to be more cheap and there is a larger range of them to pick up. Another great feature in the EOS M cameras is the ability to add a microphone input. A lot of cameras that I found did not have this feature, and it kind of pushed me more towards the DSLR Canon devices or the EOS M. The next add-on that I did buy for this was the cheap $20 Takstar SGC598 microphone. And it's an external microphone, totally battery powered with a AA battery. Now this can compare to the, I'd say, a Rode mic, and it's pretty versatile. It's got really good sound quality, it picks up very well, I haven't had any issues with it. It actually picks up in about a 20 feet range. We actually did a couple videos with this recently with some football, and you could actually hear us from the distance. So once we add that on, and we connect it to the camera itself, we make sure it's powered on every time we have it, and you can actually see the levels in the video as we're recording, right there. So that right there gives you better audio, better video, all with 2 simple upgrades to this EOS M. Now the next thing that I wanted to do with this camera was to get a better grip for it. If you can see here, it's kind of hard to hold this thing, and it doesn't really give you much functionality with that. It can be kind of scary when you're on the run gunning and you have this little teeny grip right here. So I saw a video on YouTube and I ended up picking up that same grip that the guy had. Now before adding that on, I wanted to show you that this right here is actually the magnetic click, so that you can add on your very own viewfinder for this camera. And all this is a magnifying lens that connects to the LCD through a magnetic strip. But to do this, you have to add on the grip, which I previously spoke about, with the bolt there, and put it on top of it. All you gotta simply do is tighten it down with a little penny, and you're good to go. You can now click on your viewfinder with the magnetic strip, and it clicks into space. So now you have your face type viewfinder and your specialty lens. This is great for vlogging or on the run, B-roll, or just simple videography. The next thing I want to talk about is you always want to have your extra battery packs. I can't stress this enough. The EOS M lasts about 30 minutes on a single battery. You can buy batteries that last double that time, but it takes a little while for it to drain at the same. Another thing that you want to have is an external light. This works as a flash or as just a regular on light at the same time. This is a simple Amazon light that costs about 30 bucks on eBay. And as you can see here, it's pretty bright. To add the lighting source to the camera, we'll have to take off the microphone that we previously added. We'll then have to add another hot shoe mount to this so we get more space on here. Tighten that on. And then we'll add the adapter for our lens so that we can fit the light fixture on the lens. This is actually called the macro ring light. So we'll go ahead and click that on the front of the camera, like so. And we'll attach this part to the hot shoe at the same time. Now we have a fully mounted light with a microphone and a light source, all with a viewfinder and a new lens. Once we have our tripod mount, we'll go ahead and click it into our tripod, like so. Now that that's added in, we'll go ahead and test out the camera. Now we have our light source coming out of our camera, and then we'll see the test footage. So as you can see, I have a fully lit area with my camera connected together. Fully video operational.